Okay, so today we're going to be having a little bit of fun. What's up, guys? Hope you're having a great day today. Today we're going to be going and test driving an Audi S3. I've never driven an S3 before. I've never actually driven an Audi sedan before. In fact, there's only two Audis I've driven in my entire life. My TT and a Q4 e-tron. Actually three if you include the Q8. But that's about it. So today we're going to be test driving an S3. And for those of you guys who don't know, actually, I was considering getting an S3 instead of my TT. So one of the cars that I was looking at was an S3 or an S4, but I never considered a TT until my TT came on the market. So I was interested in that. Today we're in the Clarity mainly because this car hasn't been driven that much. You know, my family's driving around the Tesla more often than this car. And I mean, it hasn't been driven in a little bit of time. And so I figured, why don't I take it out today and actually go and drive this car instead of my TT. I'm excited. I don't think I've ever actually been in an S3 before, or any of the 3 model cars, like not an A3, not an S3, or even an RS3 for that matter. So a little bit about this car. It's a 2015 Audi S3. It doesn't have the tech pack on it, so it's the traditional gauge system. It's not like my TT's virtual cockpit system, so it's a little bit different there. It does have Apple CarPlay, all that jazz. So it's not horrifically technologically predated, but it's on a traditional gauge system, which for me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of digital systems. I actually really do like traditional gauges. However, the virtual cockpit though, I feel like the virtual cockpit is the exception to this rule. I really do enjoy the virtual cockpit in my TT, but like the virtual gauge cluster system in this Clarity, I don't really enjoy as much. This one's very simplistic, and there's really not much to get out from this. I mean, there's nothing really cool about it. It just tells me my range. That's really it. I think I would rather just have a traditional gauge system in this car in that case, with maybe like a screen in the middle, which is what the Audi has. But if you have the option for virtual cockpit, I feel like going virtual cockpit makes sense. That being said, I know that this time of Audi 2015 is really beloved by a lot of people, so I'm gonna finally go and see why. I feel like with 2016, I've mentioned this in a few videos, Audi was really revolutionized because of the TT, bringing it into a new era of technology and just a different era of looks as well. Overall though, I am really excited though to see this car. I've always wanted to look at an S car. I really did want to get an S4 with the virtual cockpit, but I could not find anything, and I didn't want to go with a supercharged S4 just because I've heard the stories of reliability on that car, and this is my daily driver. My TT is my daily driver, so yeah, that's kind of the mindset that I'm coming from on this. I should make this apparent right now, I'm not really considering selling my TT whatsoever. I know when I did videos like this in the past, it was because I was considering selling my BMW Z3, but this time around, this is mainly for, I guess, seeing what could have been, seeing what possibly might have been, and seeing probably why I'm happier with my TT, because quite frankly, I am really happy with that TT. I love my TT so much. I'm driving the Clarity around today mainly because, I mean, hello, it hasn't been driven much, and legitimately once this video is over, I'm gonna go swap the Clarity out for the TT so that way I can go back to enjoying my TT. But I am curious to also see what you guys have to think. I mean, I love me a good S3. I think if I was in a circumstance where if I have, you know, like, I mean, obviously not right now, but if I have a child, if I have a family, things like that, that's a cop, so let me not have a jail sentence. If I had, like, you know, a family, some type of thing like that, then in that case, I could, you know, I would probably sell the TT and buy like a sedan variant of an Audi S car. I think in that way I'd get, you know, the power upgrade. I would also be able to have practicality in that case. And I think it would be a really good daily driver, and a really good looking daily driver at that. I mean, these cars are beautiful. I love Audi sedans. Personally, one of my favorite sedans of all times is a newer gen Audi A8L, like a 2019 A8L with the nice plush seats. Like, I'd kill for one of those. Genuinely, great cars. I love them. Probably my dream sedan, if I'm being honest with you. I have to say, driving through, like, not really back roads, but like just through twisty roads, I forgot how good handling this Clarity is. Like, genuinely, I don't care what anyone has to say. I know it's a plug-in hybrid, I know whatever, but like the handling on this car is actually pretty nice. Like, it feels really good to get into a corner at speed. and just like coast through it properly, you know? Like, oh my god. Its steering is just perfect as well. Like, the steering on this car is so heavy, and it is just chef's kiss, man. Just chef's kiss. So we are approaching the car right now. I will be doing a lot of filming off my phone rather than off my GoPro, just so I don't just, you know, come over and shove a camera. And so I feel like it would be less, I guess, rude in that way to record with my phone rather than off of a full-on GoPro setup. Oh my god. So yeah, so I'll see you guys on the other side, I guess.
I have it now set to where both of the valves are open.
Okay.
There's a module in the back that you plug back in, and it'll close one of the valves, and it'll be half as loud.
Okay,
so
nice.
I can do that, but I keep it as loud as I can because I like it. I think it sounds good.
You're giving me ideas for my TT, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah, I've got tinted windows in the back. These are RS3 rims. They're not S3 rims, you know. Tires are like an upgrade, but I did some interior mods, like some trim pieces and stuff. So.
Oh, like the carbon fiber?
Yeah, it's an aftermarket thing or whatever.
Okay, I see. All right. Oh.
Get out of the rain here.
Yeah. The paddles are beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, they are. They're really nice.
Yeah.
And they're rewarding to use. The steering wheel, I think, is it makes the car feel great.
Oh, this feels even heavier than my car. Damn.
It's an individual, so it's in comfort. It'll be lighter. Feel that.
Oh yeah, big
See?
time.
Yeah. But I keep it. It's in dynamic and then individual.
Yeah.
I keep it, so.
Okay, nice. Okay. All right. So EA888, big intake. So that's the main thing done here. Battery, I'm guessing, underneath this.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Doesn't look old.
Yeah. I don't think anything of it. But all right. Yeah. And then turbos in the back over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's basically the same as my TT in that way. All right. Nice.
One pair of pants later.
Okay, so we're back in the Clarity now after driving the S3. I have to say, that car drives so much more differently than my TT does. It is insane. So he's told me there's a resonator delete on the car, a APR cold air intake on that one. And I mean, I have to say, both of those things change the car dynamically. More than anything with this car, how do I explain this? I feel like I want to change my TT more than anything. Like, I do want to get a cold air intake, and I've been wanting to get an exhaust for the car, but I could not find a good exhaust to do. But I think a resonator delete might be the way to go, honestly. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might just go do a resonator delete on the car. I don't know for sure, though. I think it would be nice, in my opinion, to have that, especially paired with the cold air intake. I think having those two, being able to hear the exhaust better and hear the turbo better, I think having those two would do so much to the car and just make it a whole lot more, I guess, like a Banshee in a way. Along with that, the difference between, I mean, this one's kind of obvious, the difference between 220 horsepower and like 300 and, he was telling me 315-ish, is insane. Like, it feels so much more peppy. It feels so much more ready to go. I was driving it kind of like my TT, not exactly, but like it felt like my TT at like the first 4,000 RPM. But when I actually put like some pedal to the metal on it, that's when it just went insane. Like genuinely crazy. Crazy car, crazy awesome. However, the interior is definitely not as, how do I put this? Como se dice? It's definitely not as revolutionary, tech heavy, I guess. Good looking, I guess, would be the proper word in my opinion. Definitely not as good looking as the TT. The TT, you know, stitched leather seats. It has like it has the giant virtual cockpit thing. I like that, and I think unfortunately the S3 does not fit that. I'm not too sure on that one, that like if it looks better or not. To me it does, but I mean, then again, looks are subjective, and maybe not everything being so incredibly tech heavy is a good thing, especially in today's world. But I don't know. I like the way the tech is shown in my TT. That's what I can say. I know some people may disagree with me. Let me know in the comments below. You see S3s everywhere, first of all. You don't see TTs every day, you know? You'll see, you know, A3s, S3s, and RS3s. And I feel like for me, like, I mean, yeah, I have the TT, the TTS, and the TTRS, but you're excited to see all three of them, you know? If you see an A3 on the road, you're like, okay, it's an A3, you know? Versus if you see a TT, you're like, hey, cool, that's awesome. Despite both them having the same engine, same transmission, all that jazz. I mentioned this earlier. This would be a good car for, like, you know, if I have a family, if I have kids, then this will be a good car because, I mean, like I was telling him, if I have a kid, like, knock on wood, but like if I have a kid and I have to get them out of the back seat of my TT, I am going to get so frustrated with that car. Heck, I'm pretty sure if I had to do that, I probably would instead just rather open the trunk and then just pull them out that way, because I'm telling you, if I have to pull the back seat out and then Tetris them out of there, then I'm going to break my back, like, for real. But let me know what you guys think. Did you guys like the S3? I think personally, I really enjoyed driving it. It felt like just kind of similar to the TT in the way of, like, you know, up to this point it's kind of chill, it's kind of normal, but then once you go past that point, it's a wild banshee. However, I will say though, it's not, you know, it doesn't have the special factor that like my TT has, being, you know, Vegas yellow and all of that, and a TT. So I don't know. Obviously I'm sticking with the TT for now, but I think I know somebody, and I think he would honestly really dig this as like a replacement to his current car. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. But just like that, today's video is in fact over. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Let me know your thoughts about, I guess, like I mentioned, let me know your thoughts about the S3. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, in the comments below. And if you like racing, leave subscribe. And just like that, I'm out. I gotta go use the bathroom, if I'm being honest. Peace.